You know what? U137 is such a big part of my identity, so I will always be making something. Hey everybody, I'm U137 and you're watching TMS Live.
Hello, my name is Raydio. We are here at Bandai Namco in Shanghai, China, and I am joined by U137. That's your name, right?
Yeah, that's my name on stage at least. But otherwise it's Oscar. My name is Oscar, but yeah. People know me as U137, I guess.
So let's just jump right in. We're talking a lot about. I hear fans talking a lot about your music, saying how it's very cinematic, almost like a score for life. When you're creating music, does it start with a story or a theme, or does that kind of build as you're putting the music together?
No, you know what? I actually my kind of writing is like soundtrack for my life or thoughts or feelings, So basically, it's like, I'm pretty. Maybe it sounds depressing, but I'm pretty driven by sorrow and sadness and melancholy stuff like that. And a lot of the stuff I write, they come out as hopeful as well. I don't know how how it turned out to be hopeful, but I can hear it too. But it's absolutely just soundtracks for whatever I'm feeling. Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, you've come a long way since Dreamer on the Run, your first album, which came out in, 2013?
Yeah, I think so.
Over 12, 13 years ago?
Damn.
12 years ago.
I'm getting old, bro.
As time has gone on, do you feel like a personal or even an emotional responsibility to continue this project and, continue to make this kind of cathartic, aspirational style?
You know what? U137 is such a big part of my identity, so I will always be making something, for a great amount of time, I guess. It's like, that's me. I don't know what else. I need to do. That's my way of also expressing my feelings, because I know. Sometimes I don't hit the studio for a month or two, and I can feel it physically in my body. I fucking need to play the piano now or whatever, just to get it out there. Yeah.
When you're producing music, you have a lot of you produce with a lot of layers and production.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there anything hidden in the music that people might not be a little bit surprised about or might not know about? You got anything?
Well, let me think, because it's usually like 150 tracks or something like that. Yeah. I think I maxed out 200 tracks, one song, and the least amount was 4 tracks. But but no, it's a lot of layers, and sometimes maybe some instruments that you don't. I layer maybe strings and a lot of flute and. What do you call it? Trumpet and stuff like that, or
wind instruments.
Yeah, wind instruments and really old I can do really old toy pianos and stuff far in the background together with a regular felt piano or whatever, and whistle. Sometimes I whistle too. So that I probably you don't hear when you listen to it, but yeah, I do. So.
Is there anything that is in your music now that maybe you would have thought it was unthinkable maybe 10 years ago?
You always evolve, also you get a lot more knowledge just when it comes to production and being in the studio, and you learn a lot. And so when I listen back to the first album, I'm like, oh my God, this is crap, man.
Oh, no.
But I can see that the songs still are good, but I think the production wise is pretty crappy. So, but
would you ever consider remastering those? I know that they do hold some emotional value as well.
For sure, but actually. I was talking about that together with another friend in the business, and I said also whenever other bands do that, I usually think it's worse because I'm used to how it sounded the first time. I want the original, and I think that's the same. For me, it would probably feel a lot better to my ears, but I'm not so sure that people would think that way. You know, I'm not sure. But I actually did Watching the Storm on a special edition vinyl here in China. So one song has been reproduced from the first album.
Okay. So right now you're on tour. Normally you do this as kind of your solo now, and you're working with these two guys, Frederick and
Joshua.
What was it like? How did you guys get together? How did you start playing with these guys?
Well, Josh reached out to me like 6 years ago on Instagram, and he's like, "Yeah, I love your music, man, and check out my band." And his band is called Vadlo, and they were like, "Oh my God, that's the best post-rock I've ever heard in my life," and I still think so to this day. So we just made contact that way, and I invited him to record some drums on my album Imagination, the last album. And Frederick, we go back. You know, we're born in the same city. Like I was. Kind of close friend with his sister because he's 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
But yeah, so we've been hanging out, and when I got asked to come and do some shows here in China, it was like, I should talk to Frederick because I know he's a talented guy, both on guitar and bass. So just perfect. And
you're kind of used to touring a little bit, at least in the last few years. I've seen you doing a lot of different tours and going around.
Yeah, a lot of the last. I've been working a lot like the last year maybe on live shows, and it's been a lot of like big festivals and stuff. So this is actually my first tour as U137. So I've been touring with my old band Millet Sailor, but that was 2013 or something like that. 14 maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
Is there any difficulties translating your layered 100 layers music into the live show setting?
Of course it is, and you can't keep everything because sometimes I have like 3 different guitars at the same time that play different melodies, and some of the slow songs doesn't have electric bass. They just have like bass, violins and stuff, like that, or pads. Yeah. So Frederick grabs the other guitar, but I change it out sometimes. I change the guitar into a pad instead, something just to. Otherwise, it would be so weird to have that in the backtracks. But it's been a lot of work to make those backtracks work.
Of course. If you had kind of like an unlimited budget, maybe like zero limits, what would be your ideal live show setting?
I'm so damn happy the way it is right now, actually, and I think I perform I've been performing for 15,000 people, on really huge stages, and I can't imagine doing anything crazier than that, actually. And, working with these guys is just perfect. And also, I'm a kind of control freak, so if I put more musicians on stage, it's gonna give me like a bit more headache. So, but probably I could add like a couple more musicians and
what about like a live orchestra?
Turn down on the backtracks a bit. But whatever.
What about like a live orchestra or like just
come on, that's everybody's dream. But sure, okay, why not a live orchestra? But I would need like 50 people or something. If I would,
that's an unlimited budget.
If I go all without backtracks. Easily 50 people on stage. Then we need a pretty big stage. Yeah,
it's like this. You're on this layer. You're on.
And it's like somebody just played one tone on one instrument for a whole song or something. Yeah.
Well, I kind of want to ask you something a little bit more, a little deeper. Okay. You've been really open about Adam's struggles with depression and substance issues. Is there anything that you would say to any people out there that are struggling with this kind of issue?
I think. That's such a hard question, Yeah, because it's so common these days. People suffering from that, and I do as well sometimes. It's like that's a part of being creative, I guess. But the only thing I always like come back to is like fucking talk to somebody, man. There's always people there to listen. There always is, and don't hide it. It's so easy to just. Sometimes when I don't feel like when I'm on a low, I also can get like kind of introverted and doesn't want to answer my phone and that. But yeah, just talk to somebody. That's pretty much it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to answer some questions for me, man.
Hey, thank you.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
I don't want to make